Warlock.
Venomancer.
Warlock.
Drow Ranger.
Venomancer.
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 Axe. Axe. Tiny.
was a puppy playing it, and the net worth advantage that it gave them was pretty good. It actually accelerated at a good pace. It kind of looks like he's going the same build. He's starting to regen, so that means that 3-3 is going to have a tougher time, but like he said in that interview a couple weeks ago, he likes playing the harder than normal lanes because he knows that it's giving more things to his team, which if they can get a good timing on the levels here for snaking and Jar Ranger has a good lane, then they can absolutely do some good stuff and set some tempo that should put Team Liquid on the back foot.
And I think if one person can really, do well with this sort of transitioning Venomancer that goes into jungle or whatnot, it's definitely snaking, although hold that thought as 33 is already had a little bit of a skirmish over here with Liquid, but it's going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, we've seen snaking play the Enigma, right? He goes straight into jungle, and he does a lot with this particular hero. Granted, this time around, not that giant ultimate in the sense of, like a black hole where he's going to be able to turn the tides of fights, but definitely he's going to be very farmed.
He should be able to get good levels in good farm and then use that to control
I think if one person can really, do well with this sort of transitioning Venomancer that goes into jungle or whatnot, it's definitely snaking, although hold that thought as 33 is already had a little bit of a skirmish over here with Liquid, but it's going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, we've seen snaking play the Enigma, right? He goes straight into jungle, and he does a lot with this particular hero. Granted, this time around, already not down some of these wards here as they go in the sense of, like a black hole where he's going to be able to turn the tides of fights, but definitely he's starting off with something that looks like a tri-lane now. They're moving off here. And I think if one person can really, do well with this sort of transitioning Venomancer that goes into jungle or whatnot, it's definitely snaking, although hold that thought as 33 is already
contest very much, so I think that most interesting battle will be how fast snaking farms, and then how much insanity gets done despite the fact that James is solo here. So if he can keep 3-3 pretty zone solo, it's going to keep 3-3
down some of these wards here as they go like making his way down. I mean, this is, as long as they start to do like some sort of stacks as well for the ads, I think it'll be fine, even if he's being, really challenged here. But it is interesting that snaking is starting off just straight off the bat in the jungle.
Yeah, it should work pretty good. He's going to basically be able to pull two camps together. One's a large camp, one is a medium camp, I believe. So it's interesting battle. Quick accelerates pretty quick. Plus, he's got the Blade Stone to amplify their damage by 10%, which ends up helping a lot. And Liquid deal extra damage against creeps and neutrals, less against heroes. So this is going to be pretty quick. If I hadn't seen Puppy do this much before,
as long as they start to do like some sort of stacks as well for the ads, I think it'll be fine.
It just takes a lot of resources to contest
really challenged here, but it is interesting that snaking is starting off just straight off the bat in the jungle.
So they're basically just going to let him do this. It's just not that worth it. Like Drow have an easy lane and the zone they'll do more just like letting him do this as far.
Now how concerned are we though here with the fact that 33 is getting pushed so far back, and also I want to highlight the fact that Liquid, usually we see Sumail being the one who's kind of making these moves early, setting the tempo. This time around it is of course m'iCKe who's going to be making those moves on the Tiny. How do we feel this is?
It should be fine because of Tiny is very good at roaming around getting kills. m'iCKe plays a lot of mid, so he's got the same, he knows how to roam, he knows how to get kills and pressure like that, so it should be fine. The only thing that's going to be negative is that m'iCKe is going to have less levels because he's in a safe lane.
Now how concerned are we though here with the fact that 33 is getting pushed so far back, and also I want to highlight the fact that Liquid, usually we see Sumail just going to do some creep wave mechanics here, trying to just pull off the tempo. This time around it is of course want to really stay in that lane too much, and then the bottom lane, Skeeter's managing to handle very nicely.
He did a great job getting one of the camps on the back hills. Right, late camp on mid, so he got a race how to roam and stay in the hills and pressure. He's doing a good job. Should be fun. One thing that's going to be negative is 2 line sits right now for 3-3 because he's in a safe lane.
Now how concerned are we though here with the fact that 33 is getting pushed? He's getting the levels at the very least, right? I feel like that's pretty important. The traditional off lane, it was always just, getting those levels online. Trying to just pull off the tempo. This time around it is want to really stay in that lane too much, and then the bottom lane, Skeeter's managing to handle very nicely.
When his team starts death pushing, he doesn't necessarily have to go push different camps. So he got a race how to roam and stay in the hills and pressure. He's doing a good job. So True Protector did some buffs recently. Right now, save mana cost is really low. Right now, it's only 80, and it got returned to its AoE.
Getting the levels at the very least, right? I feel like that's pretty important.
Everybody on your team, if you're fighting near the lead
traditional off lane, it was always just, getting those levels online.
An amazing lane stabilizer.
Is he still going to be as effective as we get further into the late game? I know, definitely having the overgrowth, which Pierce says, Magic Immunity, super value, but as this game goes further on, is he still going to have that impact?
it's a little different. He doesn't get his at level 10 talent anymore. It's a big shard to do that. So he can't be as annoying with the pushing just by being level 10. He has to spend money for it to come in. That part is worse. But mostly Super Protector is also these nice little aspect is absolutely right for the KBs with Troll Guys. Maybe a kill here.
We've got the cookie hop. They're going to need a little bit more slow than that. So Taiga's going to be absolutely fine. Late game, I know, definitely having the overgrowth, which pierces, magic immunity, super value, but as this game goes further on, he's still going to have that impact.
Or your towers to keep them alive, it helps give you an advantage, and it should help keep his team ready to push, and that could be a really big thing. If you, as you see, pushing circumstances, he gets a couple points in it, he can actually really help keep two waves alive. The amount of heal that you pump out later is a huge amount. He has 300 AoE heal. Like, if he goes like a holy rocket or something, it's going to be busted, and he did buy.
Cookie hop, they're going to need a little bit more slow than that. So he has Fata, though, a little bit out of position here, is getting slowed down, though, with the bash from Koifa, and that is going to be the first blood. They might be able to turn this around over onto Koifa if they can keep that vision, but they don't really have it here. Skeeter walks right next to him. He's already able to teleport out.
So he tried to hit a timing there. He got the level 2 lead seed, and then they went for a fight, but that minus armor was just way too much. The amount of heal that you pump out later.
Top lane 33 is just poking a little bit here with Insania, but it's allowing m'iCKe so... And another nice thing we noticed earlier too, coming out inside the Tundra, is they made sure to get themselves the water room. So we talk about the mid lane being a little bit more forgiving recently. There's a lot of regen available, but not when the supports are making those rotations.
He's already able to teleport out. Pretty big rotation. I mean, Fata had basically perfect items for that game, but he's got a ring protection as well.
Just poking a little bit here with Insania, but it's allowing m'iCKe so...
A little bit, could have catapulted them into a better advantage.
Now, is this a situation? I know we had another game where there was a lot of minus armor coming out from one of the particular teams. In fact, I had a TA on top of that. Do you just start stacking armor on people too to help, kind of tank them up so that they can survive these engagements, or?
Yep. Yeah, armor is the best counter to minus armor. So heroes that have high armor, like Morphling or like Drow Ranger, who has a lot of agility, they naturally counter minus armor lineups. Usually, like strength heroes are really countered by minus armor. Is one of the better versions, better heroes to have minus armor against, because they just don't have as much agility. But agility heroes typically just get a lot of armor for free.
But is this a situation too? Oh, there's a nice double damager in here available for 9. Is this also a situation where we're starting to see, the Solar Crest and like the medallion, so you can stack on those sorts of things too, going full maximum armor build up?
Yeah, and that's why Snapfire loves that build, because not only can you use it offensively for minus armor with the medallion, or you can just put it on your cores later to push. But with that said, I'm not 1000% sure if Tundra is going to want to go Solar Crest. It's still really good for pushing towers with Drow, but she's naturally long range, so she can siege towers pretty safely just with extra attack range. She may not need a Solar Crest to do it quite as quickly here.
I wasn't sure for some of the other heroes though to be able to stack it up.
Yeah, but it's more about amplifying your carry. So because Drow doesn't need it as bad, maybe they won't bother that much. Possible. I like the scan here by 3-3 protecting himself against an Avatos, and m'iCKe could have grabbed him with. He's going to go the long way back to his tower. It's not a good job so far. He doesn't have that many last hits, but we'll fight.
The cookie hop forward, they silenced up Koifa, but it didn't matter because Taiga had the cookie, and now Koifa's just gonna go run down Skeeter right underneath the tower. They just need one more hit. He's gonna tank some of this damage, and they have the salve actually, but they'll go right in again. Another hit, and that's a dead Skeeter. Koifa still being chased here by Fata. He's gonna get a nice crush off. Is it gonna be enough though? Can he run away? That slow coming out plus those plague wards giving the vision. They need a little bit more damage to take down Koifa. They don't quite have it. He's off in the corner. He eventually will fall.
Ooh, that's painful for Tundra. When you go Drow lineups, you kind of want to like win your lane convincingly, but this is twice now that Koifa's gotten kills before dying. So they put the leech seed on him everything. Skeeter was getting a lot of heal from it, but Slardar is so good at running down opponents. So even though Drow has some advantages, if she gets heroes on top of her, she's always going to struggle. Top getting Avatos partially, but he's okay now.
Yeah, they get the call off over on 33, and it's interesting to see Snaking now making these rotations up to the top lane. Had a little bit of that start in the jungle, and now it feels like they kind of would like to place some pressure over on that tower.
He's doing like a mix of like trying to help, but still jungling occasionally too. He's got a fast urn here, so his mana regen is great and all, but his net worth, and this is good or bad, depending on how you look at it, it's the same as Drow Rangers. So Drow is definitely struggling here. But Drow's only about 400 behind her, so it's not the end of the world, but the net worth distribution is looking scary to me. I would like, for Tundra's favor, to see Drow like towards the top, because there just are some good matchups against her. Tiny's halfway to his Blink Dagger. He's not pressured. He's level 8. Insania's going to hit 6 a bit late because he spent a lot of time running around chasing Axe, but I think everything looks pretty darn good for Liquid right now. I think the only thing that's a little rough for them is they don't have the best ganking heroes. Outside of like Tiny Blink, or until Slardar gets his, it's a little bit hard for them to get little safe, efficient pickoffs. It's like they have to do these like big fights with Mortimer's Kisses and Warlock, Fatal Bonds, Golem, that kind of stuff.
I'm a little surprised that they haven't done much scouting over here on the side of Tundra, considering that they do have like a Venomancer, right? So you can see, Insania is known for making all of these stacks. I'm surprised they haven't tried to go for an invasion and try to take control of those, considering they do have an Axe.
I think Axe has certainly wanted to, but it's not always super easy. Like, it feels like every time he crosses the river, every time I look at him, the Warlock's chasing him somewhere. So I'm sure he'd love to take the stacks, but I just don't think it's quite available to him right now. And it isn't going to be until m'iCKe gets forced out of his lane that they go clear these, I think. Because if m'iCKe stays here, it feels dangerous for anybody to take the lane efficiently, whether snaking or the Axe. So that's why, and now Sumail's going to start working on it.
So teleport down to the bottom lane. It's like they're going to try to make something happen. Here's Koifa over in the trees. 9 will scout out with the illusory orb. Koifa getting off that crouch. They follow up the dream coil though. Silence coming out from 9. Can they do enough damage? Tiny though, he's here as well as he just tosses 9 up into the air. He will fall as well as Fata. And these long range kisses coming out here over onto Skeeter. They could go for a dive. I don't even know if they need it. They don't. Taiga just from downtown.
Oh, they rotated so well there. m'iCKe was super ready. They had this nice observer ward that was spotting in the lane, so I think they saw the rotation coming or something, but they reacted so well, jumping m'iCKe in there in time. The problem is that Koifa is just really tanky. He was too difficult to kill. They don't have that much burst damage. Here's the initiation again. Yeah, they jump in, the Avatos comes in, they use Cookie Jump as well, and instant 6 there, and as a result he gets to pick off Drow. There's nothing Drow can do other than run. Maybe he could have juked a little bit, but he's close to trees, so it was like kind of it's kind of difficult there. Taking now dying in the top lane. Sumail rotates over. Koifa gives vision. The hood is up on Slardar. His goal is just not to die because he knows he's the most vulnerable. And now the game's looking pretty scary for Tundra here. Avatar lane.
Yep. He even goes for the overgrowth, just trying to buy a little bit more time, but it doesn't matter. Taiga gets himself yet another kill, and the Blink Dagger on Tiny, I believe, now is revealed as well.
Rough one here. Very dangerous for Tundra. When you go Drow lineups like this, you're supposed to win your lanes and get ahead and sit in a good place, but I just wonder if the Drow was a better fighter in the laning stage and you paired that with Tree, yeah, maybe they win their lanes, but it just felt a little bit too weak against the Slardar.
I mean, I like the concept of what Tundra's doing again, and it was a little bit greedier when you considered that snaking was going to be doing, you know, the jungling. And they do have some solutions, right? They've got this capability of just dropping Plague Wards, canceling out m'iCKe's, you know, his Blink Dagger, and snaking to kind of push them back. But like you said, it's a very tempo lineup, and we haven't seen a lot of successful moves coming out from 9, unfortunately, on this puck either. Yeah,
the one rotation bottom did not. I mean, they have the one advantage they do have right now is Veno's excellent at defending towers, especially with level 4 Plague Wards. It just the creeps pretty much just die no matter what, and they can just put living armor on the tree as well, or the tower as well, to heal it and give it armor. So directly counters Snapfire, Will Shredder, and also just keeps it more healed. So their goal is basically, even though they haven't necessarily won the laning stage, they can still buy themselves some time and some map control. They'll eventually kill their opponent's towers, and with that, it might make it easier for them to win.
Ooh, that is a dead snaking. Taiga's on a killing spree.
3-0 and 4 on Taiga. He's doing so well.
Well, I mean, these are the kind of moves that you like to see. You like to see your tempo hero moving around with +1 or +2, and double damage now over here on Sumail. They're just gonna rip down this middle tower, and there's really not much that they can do over on the side of Tundra.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to defend this. They basically need Veno wards set up here to defend. But yeah, way too much damage, especially with the DD on Morphling. Yeah, good luck tanking 350 physical damage at this point in the game.
They're just gonna walk right into Roche. They have the capability to do this very quickly with the reduction on the armor. Liquid has just hit this pace, and you know, like we said, the Venomancer is nice, but he needs to be set up already. He needs to have those plague wards. It's very similar in terms of like attack keys in a sense, you know? You've got to have that stuff already in place. Otherwise, you know, you can't do nearly as much.
It's just one of those kills that is really, really painful when you get picked off like that, but you are the tower defender. He left the bot lane probably because it felt unsafe to try to defend there, like very easily to get dived. Blink tiny, but then he got caught in the jungle, then they shift him in. That DD was perfect timing to get them a tower. And the Roche, 3k disadvantage now for Dra.
That was such a disgusted noise right there, just ugh.
They do have a blink on Axe though, no Vanguard, but just Ring of Health, but he's able to set up kills for his team, which is exactly what they need right now.
I was about to ask
Almost
you,
got Spirit Vessel too.
do you like the fact that, you know, he just skipped the Vanguard completely? Because he did have a really rough laning stage, and he does need to be the initiator, like follow up along with 9 or what have you, but it feels a little scary, right?
It's the right thing to do, because if you go back for Vanguard, then yes, you're more survivable, but the whole goal of getting Vanguard super fast is that you get it so early that it blocks like all of the damage when it gets blocked. But now look what he can do. He's gonna actually help in this fight. Vanguard wouldn't do that.
Look at the way Insania's positioned though. The jump forward immediately from 33. The go, they'll drop the chaotic offering, and they've got the fatal boss. The silence is up. Toss back over on the back lines here from m'iCKe as he just blows up Snaking almost instantly. 33 next to fall, and 9 is just gonna try to run away. They've got these long range Mortimer kisses though. They can find him over in the corner. They'll wait a little bit longer, but again, you can run, but you can't hide from these kisses.
It works out again. The Hood, Treads, Wand, Bracer, Chip, Vest, Slardar, and he just tanks through it all the way through with help from Insania. Doesn't get in chop range. They just don't have that much burst damage at all on their lineup. The only hero that has burst basically is Puck. That's it. Maybe Axe a little bit, but game's looking very, very rough. Because as it continues, Sumail gets more harmed.
That is a dead Snake King again. And again, we talked about this. You know, you do have that living armor coming out from this Treant Protector, but you also need these Plague Wards to be set up. And if you're dead, you don't have Plague Wards set up. Drow's gonna be so careful here. They could just get jumped immediately if they're not careful.
Yeah. It feels like the dam is broken to me, though. It feels really difficult to come back from this. Yes, they are defending the safe lane. Fought is slowing it down with living armor and with Nature's Grasp. He's even putting wards behind the tower. That'll help him spot to see if he's about to get dived. So they'll keep the tier 1 alive, but losing mid and now the top tower just means that Roche control is negated, mostly from Tundra. At least it's a lot harder. It'll be very easy for Liquid to always retain Roche, get the shard, keep getting advantage there.
I mean, I would say that Tundra never had control of the Roche area after a certain point. Yeah, bot tower goes down. They're trying to get into position, but...
And he did this by himself, which is even more a sign of how the game looks rough. Sumail TPing for another DD rune. Very nice for him.
But I mean, you saw him earlier. He was in the bottom lane. He chased Fada around for a good, like, 10, 15 seconds, and he was just like, I don't need this, and just focused down on the wave. He's got his priorities straight here. It's all about the towers.
I wonder if Snake King should have jungled more hard and not tried to roam. I feel like he went bottom to try to help stabilize because they lost that first kill, but he only had like 1 poison stick on wards, which was difficult. Treant Protector may be in trouble here.
Yeah, he used the Overgrowth just to slow down Koifa, but is going to be able to walk away. But that's, you don't have Overgrowth though. I guess you don't want to really fight just yet either on the side of Tundra. You're still having some difficulties, but it's like a big ulti to drop there just to disengage.
It is, but at least he gets to still put armor on the map. Fingers crossed. 3-3 in a position to get initiation here, but little does he know he's going to find Insania.
Goes right past Insania. Blinks away though. I don't think Koifa's going to be able to find him in time now. He's out.
With a finished pipe, no blink on him. He knows what his role is. He goes to the dangerous parts of the map, gets backed up by his allies, and then his opponents will try to kill him, but with pipe, he resists the large majority of the damage coming from Tundra. Unless Drow is there, and even if Drow's there, the damage is just not very high on the Tundra side. They really were supposed to like win the safe lane, kill Slardar. Drow was supposed to take control of the lane, and then Slardar's behind, and then it gives them a lot more space to like defend towers and get kills.
It's just scary because, oh, look at this. Immediately Fata spotted out. They don't quite land the avalanche though, but Sumail just going right on in, finds Fata, Taiga waiting nearby, Cookie up forward, and the little shredder will clean up the tree.
That's a kill that wouldn't have happened in the last patch. He would have been invisible here at level 10, but until the 20-minute mark, he's not able to pick the shard up, and now this pressure is just so much easier. And oh my god. I think this tower is just dead. That's going to give them outpost control, instantly at the 18-minute mark and just give them so much more experience advantage over the next 10 minutes.
The Aegis does end up getting reclaimed, so they won't have to worry about that. But again, it's just so scary. Like the fact they have so much control all over this map right now, coming out for the side of Liquid, and Tundra's just slowly getting choked out more and more. Where has the Venom been setting up these wards?
Just they took the top tier one, which is something to do at this point for freebies.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, Skeeter. The Sari comes out, and that's a dead drow. So.
Oh, the push continues. Another tier 2. More map control.
They had a ward over here. Did they spot out 33? I think they did. Yeah, look at this. Koifa's hunting. He knows he's there somewhere. Blinking. Okay, 33 should be able to survive that.
Still no blink on Slardar just yet. He's almost got it though, so he's only like a pipe ahead of where Axid. Deal.
No big deal. Oh god.
Yeah, this is utter map control. And then the other downside is that because Fada can stand in the trees, he's like the only person that can push lanes, so his net worth is doing okay. But
33 walking into 3 heroes. They have to, again, we talk about the vision game being so important here, and you can see all of these nice little points wherever Tundra would like to venture out and perhaps get into their own jungle. They have the vision, so they just get to jump on them each time. And like you said, Fata can walk through trees, but he can also die very, very easily too.
Yeah, that one felt to me like he was expecting maybe a lane ward like there was in the top lane, so maybe he felt safer walking
They caught
the jungle
that
to get to that area. Yeah,
they caught the
spotted
smoke.
him in that smoke. Will they play any
Another double damager. Oh my word.
Okay, they're going to back up briefly here to sit in a more defensive position because they know that their opponents are in desperation territory here.
I mean, they've got enough. This is the 3rd DD that Sumail's going to be picking up for this match. Like, they could just go wherever they want, blow up anyone. The only person might be a little difficult is, you know, try and get their hands on 9 because it is a puck, but...
What, 8 runes total have spawned and 3 have been DD?
And they've gone to Sumail.
I think there's like 6 different runes that can spawn and 3 have been DD. That's pretty... And they have a Morphling? Yeah, that's pretty... A little dirty, but realistically, they probably would still be in this position without the DD.
Okay, they're gonna try to get a call off. 9 waiting nearby here, does go for the Dream Coil. They have to be careful though. The rest of the team, they drop the Chaotic Offering. There's gonna be those long-range kisses coming into effect, and they finish off. Sumail's not looking good. 33 over onto the back lines. Is trying to escape. He tries to get the armor. He's not gonna be able to as he's the first one to fall. And now the hunt is on Koifa. Cookie hop forward. Would love to get his hands on Snake King. Isn't gonna be able to quite make that jump just yet. But the avalanche from m'iCKe just blowing up Snake King. They take both of those Tundra boys down very quickly, and they're going right on in. The jump in again from Koifa. He's found himself a Drow Ranger. There's going to be the 2 buybacks, though. They want to punish it. They've gone a little bit far here as 9 silence up over here onto Koifa. They'll find the kill over on Slardar. Cookie hopping out here from Taiga. They're still hunting. 33 would love to get over there fast enough. Sumail, though, they turn right back around. 33 just gets blown up. He's got nothing here. Silence again over here onto Sumail. They'll try to slow him down. m'iCKe making his ways over onto the back lines. A toss forward over to Skeeter. Just going to be able to go and blow up Sumail. Snaking also falling. And they call GG.
Well, at least, I felt it too. I was like, there's like that's 2 racks at least. What a absolute trouncing by Liquid. But keep in mind that what Tundra tried to do here was an effective, potentially good strat. It's a little bit cheesy in the sense that it's like super up tempo, so you're like trying to like hit a timing, but because their laning stage did not go well, it just went a little bad, and that's all it takes for a finicky strat like this. So they tried something cool, it did not work. Liquid crushed